he's coiled up.
Yeah, they do have that counterplay that the panel talked about where you cast Inkswell to allow him to get out of the coil when you have that shard.
True.
But it still takes some time, right? Like you need to wait for that to build up over 3 seconds, and then you get out, and then finally you get to escape. And by then the damage might already be done, or even if you do survive, you are kind of out of resources to re-engage with, so it's kind of like a pseudo kill, right? So it's still going to be a really good counter regardless.
But it's a different type of game in general, right? It's not an aggressive use of the spell as opposed to last game.
For sure. It's very, very different in nature coming out from Tundra here. Curious to see how the bottom lane goes. Like the panel talked about here, Enchantress can do very well against Necrophos in lane. I would say TA is a relatively good laning partner here because she has a lot of single target damage, and obviously Necrophos would love to use Ghost Shroud, but you can just get that enchanted off. Dubu has skilled heal level 1 to just be able to trade with the enemy lane, and he will skill enchant level 2 and look for a good creep whenever possible, of course.
And that's his classic hero as well. I mean, we've seen him on several heroes this tournament, but I feel like when I bring up the name Dubu, most people cringe in fear because of the Enchantress that he plays. Just so good at micro, so good at just tanking.
I thought they cringed
in damage.
They cringed because of how loud he yells in pubs sometimes on people's screens.
Because he is dead silent in these like anytime the cameras, he doesn't even give SabeRLighT high five as Dubu, speaking of which, will find the first blood on 33's Necrophos. Not expected kill there.
Yeah, and look at how much experience 33 is losing as well. I think 3 or 4 creeps were denied, or at least the experience went to Soxa here, so Necrophos is going to come back with a huge disadvantage in experience now. Level 2.5 on Ench as well as TA. Necrophos just barely, he just crossed the bar for level 2. And that means their level 3s will come out significantly earlier, and a little more burst damage and a good creep for Ench could lead to a second kill in this lane. Soxa really needs to be well positioned to try to help him. Top lane snaking is fine, Shannon. Don't get too excited.
I was going to say, what are you saying, SyndereN?
Snaking is killing Moonmeander with Skitter. Got you. Don't get too excited. He's not going to die.
Playing the position 4. I feel like this joke has been told many a time by you. Gets funnier each time, as you can tell by my laughter right now. Talk to me about Necrophos in general this patch, because he was played a lot in the last patch, not so much this time around. I mean, the regen was changed with the Reaper Scythe for the patch, and I actually forgot about this death heal being slightly nerfed as well, but it doesn't feel like the biggest nerfs overall for the hero.
Is Dupe? Wait, never mind.
He's actually stuck, yeah.
He's blocked by one creep.
Dead. That melee creep really going to town on him. That's the most emotion he's shown at this tournament so far.
And Timato didn't have a quelling blade. They actually couldn't cut him out. He was just literally stuck there. None of them had tangos and no quelling. Just really
very
unfortunate to get caught there. As for Necro in general, I would say, no. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, the shackle. Tomato's in a little bit of trouble. You can see the TP coming in from Dubu. The refraction is popped, but instantly taken off. That early earn charge here. He will live, but I mean, this feels like 33 is starting to get a little bit better control of this lane now. And either way, Coil is just such a good counter to the hero anyway, but just not enough damage from TSM this time around.
Oh, they might find Bryle though.
Bryle, yeah, get the hexes there. Shackle as well. First Rolling Thunder is going to prove to be enough as Soxa ends up netting himself a kill in that mid lane. Skeeter getting chased now by SabeRLighT under this tower. He's very little mana to work with. Gets off the Mystic Snake. It doesn't really do that much though. And he's just right-click down into Oblivion. 2 tanky-ass targets.
He's level 5 against level 7.
Bryle has come. Waning Rift. A couple more right-clicks. Gets off the Death Balls. He will survive. Earn after. Now Soxa with that shackle onto Puck. Full duration. Does get up the face at the last moment though. And they should be able to pick up Soxa. Coil is expended onto 2. Can they actually get a kill though is the question. Snake King dies in the other lane as Bryle gets tagged into the shackle and the death bolt. A nice turnaround from Tundra as Tomato still cannot. Nice turnaround here we saw from earlier. And 33 very happy with that. As sounds like a Reaper Scythe actually went off, but no kill to come. Soxa looks to be mega dead, but 9, creating some space for that Rolling Thunder. Will find Bryle into the Swashbuckle. It is enough, 1 for 1, but core for support. Make it 2 supports instead. But really the big kill was on the Bryle.
I think Tundra is still
SabeRLighT, when do you want to see the Blink Dagger on him? Does it require the BKB and the Shard before you go for something like that? Because like you said, the Crippling Fear extremely strong this game.
Well, they're going to dive Bryle. We're going to wait on that.
Yep, the coil expend only onto one. SabeRLighT, he's going to get hexed though, and Soxa gets off a shackle. 33 in the area now as well. Has the Reaper Scythe available. Needs to find the range though. But the Crippling Fear continuing to silence him along with the Doom, but used in a very defensive manner. So position two supports. Looks like that is going to be enough. As SabeRLighT sticking around a little bit longer. And actually in the tree line will TP out to safety. So nicely
immediately
done.
as well, and just brings it down with the
smoke immediately. Looking for a potential kill onto SabeRLighT. 9 with the haste. He's going to be spotted temporarily. And Dubu, he's going to be the sacrifice.
Oh, he might live.
Centaur actually gets a nice stop to cancel that channeling from Soxa. And here come the reinforcements. Tundra now on the run. Inkswell connects onto Bryle. Got the Soulbind onto 2 to follow. As this might create enough space for most of Tundra to get out. Snake King, he will be left to his own devices. So they do find one. Soxa, okay, he is perpetually slowed here. Gets off the shackle. Here comes the swash as well. But SabeRLighT with the Crippling Fear. Looks like 2 support kills in favor of TSM. Smoke now from TSM. See Moon Meander working on the Blink Dagger. About 600 away. They might find Snake King again. There's a Crippling Fear, Infernal Blade, and the coil onto the mid Pango. This is going to be 2 quick kills for TSM and a tier 1 tower as well.
Starting to build themselves into one of those formidable mid-game positions.
The next has the drums. Will not be going Boots of Bearing, unfortunately, unless he wants 2 boots. I guess it's possible.
I wonder why...
Top lane, though. Going to be an easy kill for Bryle. I say that. Okay, finally gets it, but the Phantom's Embrace was there.
Easy kill for SabeRLighT. You have to press
full defensive Tundra to take out these 2 skeletons. Oh! And a swashbuckle. All right, they're dead.
And we're thinking about that.
Gets off his ult just in time as SabeRLighT with the BKB Crippling Fear, but looking to go into 33. He will be saved. You can see the Soulbind now connected to 2. Nice Rolling Thunder continuing on, but looks like the Rasta is going to be the first to fall, and Tundra look to be on the retreat. You can see the coil only going to connect onto 1 here, but that's another support kill in favor of TSM. Moon Meander getting bursted down quite low. SabeRLighT with a nice Crippling Fear, keeping Dubu at bay. The Pango attempting to get out, but 9 taken out by the Illusory Orb. Bryle with the double kill as Skeeter looking to stand his ground. They'll finally get a kill in the form of Dubu. Looks like SabeRLighT died shortly before that as well. And the Aegis finally going to go down, but now you got to worry about a full Tomato HP. Bryle looks like he's going to try to get away. Tomato left all alone now, so this would be a nice turnaround from Tundra, and looks like they'll find that position. Grim.
Yeah, that mid-tier 2 fight was where Snake King came back, so they have a decent amount of time now for a 5v4 power play. No Roche, though. See if they can find anything with it. Nice trap onto Soxa.
Yep, he's looking to be dead. 33 gets off the Death Seeker to prevent any physical damage coming out, but it's only going to delay the inevitable. SabeRLighT pops the BKB. Looks like he did opt for the Blink Dagger, so changing his mind again, as he does have that shard to be up at this point. There is a trap showing for TSM, so at least they have some information. SabeRLighT has to pop the BKB. He breaks the smoke. Looks like Dubu's the original initiation here, but the Doom applied to 33. Is this enough? Indeed, the last right click from Tomato, as TSM were more than ready for this. And this could lead to another Roche. It looks like SabeRLighT will get a double kill for himself. So just like that, only 2 members of Tundra available.
And Roche spawns this.
And looks like Dubu is who they want to go for. Gets 4-staffed. It's very tanky indeed. Another triple silence with that trap. Very annoying to deal with his SabeRLighT. Working on the back line. Coil is there as well. Onto a couple of heroes. They will find Soxa to start out this fight, but that Soulbind onto 2. Skeeter just beating away at this Night Stalker, as that was technically a double Reaper Scythe, but that is just the Aegis. And the buyback now onto SabeRLighT. The disarm onto TA, so he can't fight quite yet. Moon Meander kind of stuck in a terrible spot right now, but the Crippling Fear blinking from SabeRLighT as he bought back into this game. Looks like they're going to delete Snake King on top of that. Now Skeeter getting silenced some more. SabeRLighT onto the high ground he goes, still with that ultimate activated. And another silence onto the Necrophos. Cannot do anything on this Necrophos, but he pops the BKB and dies shortly after. Tundra just dropping like flies now, as now the focus is on the 9. He is dead. Skeeter, the last remaining member. Will he stand his ground? Not a whole lot of HP to work with for TSM. And Skeeter attempting to get out. There's the blink in with the Crippling Fear. Skeeter. This is a 1v4 situation. Tomato forced to pop that BKB. Finally draining enough mana from Skeeter, but Soxa has respawned. So TSM that you just have a real hard time dealing with.
He cannot go up here. He's
gonna
fine with the idea.
Okay, Infernal Blade, that is a lot of damage. SabeRLighT on the back line though, focusing on the supports with the BKB Crippling Fear. As you see the Doom applied to Skeeter, the Hurricane Pike is there as well. Not enough damage to take him out in turn though. And now the Rolling Thunder from 9. Keeping Tomato in that high ground situation, but 9 just getting right-clicked down by Brown, that double damage, as this Crippling Fear is doing absolute work. Reaper Scythe is enough with the Death Seeker combination to take out SabeRLighT. He is dead for quite a while, but 33 dies shortly after. Now the chase onto Moon Meander. Looks like he gets that Glimmer Cape off, but 9 gets the vision. Wants to try to reset, but Bryle is here with the Waiting Rift, but instant Hex from Soxa, and Skeeter with that ult, that is going to be enough. As he always does, it seems. SabeRLighT positioning himself next to a ward, pops his ult, so breaks that smoke for a couple of heroes now. Silent onto the Grimstroke, Snake King. Okay, Crippling Fear blinking from SabeRLighT, focusing again on the supports, knowing that these buybacks are not available. So down goes the first for Tundra. Coil onto 9, but he pops that roll up, and the Rolling Thunder, not even needed. Just swashes right out of it, and shield crack. SabeRLighT looking for that blink nullifier, which has proven to be extremely strong. There's the SabeRLighT ult coming from the north and focusing onto Soxa again, and you can see the Doom already applied to the Medusa, who's kind of isolated right now. Very little mana to work with, and Skeeter is just getting bursted down. No buyback on the Medusa. TSM looking extremely strong. 33 barely gets Moon Meander, but dies shortly after as a double kill for SabeRLighT, and Pango left as the last remaining member of Tundra, but not for long. Double kill for Bryle, and TSM looking primed and ready to extend this to a game number 3 to come.
Plenty of time here for TSM, and they're going to have Dark Ascension again because of the talent selection from SabeRLighT.
Yeah, Bryle, Coil only on the 1, but it is on that Pango, and the Nullifier to follow, so no shield crash for you. Down goes Pango, a dieback. And now 33 trying to limp back to the base, but he's going to die in all likelihood with that last Void from SabeRLighT. And that should do it as GG's come out. TSM extend the upper bracket finals to a 3rd game.
I love how they played the map in this game, just being super aggressive, identifying that Tundra's lineup needs time. They need to build up this Medusa, they need to build up the Necro. And the man on your screen right now, well, not that guy, but the